Hello, everyone. Hey, can you hear me? Hello?
Hey Jeremy, how's it going?
Hey, all right, all right. Wow.
We got a lot in this episode. We got honestly we got some stuff that I didn't think we'd see until 2 or 3 weeks from now.
Same here. And like I said before, I'm definitely going to give this episode a rewatch. I'm not going to lie. I passed out around 6 o'clock, and I woke up around 8:45, and was like, "Well, couldn't have timed that better."
What would you rate this episode?
As of right now, I would probably give it about an 8.5, but I definitely want to rewatch the episode before I give it a solid score because I think I missed two or three 2 to 3 minute segments because the cable kept going on and off.
Well, he got both of his Wyatt. He just got both of his parents there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked, and you just said it. I was shocked we got that in this episode. I was seriously thinking that wouldn't come until next week.
Yeah, I didn't think that would come until next week, and I also didn't think that the whole Benny Melissa scene, well, the whole Veronica Melissa scene would come till next week either. I thought that would be.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I mean, I feel like that's why during my first run of watching the episode, I without a doubt would say an 8.5 because the pacing was just impressive compared to what we're used to. And, when Tyler Perry went online earlier today and was saying that, this week and supposedly next week are going to be so mind blowing that it will be like some of the best episodes he's ever written for the series. So I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, we've talked about this time and time again how we go into this episode not expecting a lot due to it being episode 11, but I have to say I was pleasantly surprised by that.
I'll say it like this: for an episode that's not really, I guess we wouldn't consider the season premiere. This was a good season premiere.
This is what the quote unquote mid-season finale should have been.
Yeah, because this would have made. I'll tell you, this makes up. If all of the episodes are going to be like tonight's episode, oh, we're going to have a ball over these next 3 months.
You got that right. Like I'll make like a special dinner. I'll sit down. I mean, I might tweet a little bit, but I definitely just enjoy myself watching the episodes like this because that's why I'm definitely going to watch it again. Not just because I missed a couple of parts, but because so much went down that I had to like go back, check myself to make sure I didn't miss anything. Just like watching Avengers last night. It was good, man. It was good. But
can I tell you this? Is it just me, or are they just overusing the word shit?
I mean that. I think what was it, a couple of seasons ago? That's when we had the rare F-bomb here and there. I'm like, okay, Tyler, you're getting a little rough with the script there. I see, and then out of the blue is like they just pushing the that particular word over and over again. I mean, I guess when it comes to these dramatic scenes, sometimes darn it and shoot just don't do it justice.
Well, they used to bleep those words out.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's because they've gotten more leniency with the scripts. And here's another question. How would you rank the number of commercials tonight? Do you think there were too many or were there just enough?
I think there were just enough.
Yeah, I got that vibe too. I didn't feel like I was being cut off like every 3 minutes. It felt like, okay, it feels like a decently length episode because remember at the beginning of this season the episode 1 was barely over 30 minutes. I think I remember going back and clocking that episode of like maybe 34 or something like that. I remember being so pissed off.
38 minutes, 38.
I remember being so pissed off, man. That was.
And I'll tell you this, I want to point out, I like how we picked up where we left off.
Amen. I was just like, I was speechless. I was speechless at that.
Like when we had the car wreck at the beginning of the season. picked up with the tip. And can I say, I'm glad we didn't see Justin tonight. That's another good way of starting things off.
I don't know if Tyler Perry was.
Well, we saw him, but just not like him and Jeffrey in a like 10 or 15-minute scene.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if like did Tyler Perry read our tweets and everything and finally give us what we didn't want. I mean, well, gave us what we wanted in the form of, okay, I'm not going to boggle you down with stuff you've already seen 100 times over. And I know people in the chat right now are saying that they're mad that the Veronica Melissa fighting was cut off. I'm just like, I remember when the big thing was David and Benny fighting at the campaign office, and it was like they were supposed to choke each other, but that scene was cut out completely. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, that's how I felt about that in a way. But dang,
I really don't have that many complaints, and I'll tell you what, this premiere was better than the last premiere, hands down.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say as well. Like in terms of like overall stature of the episode, definitely one of the big best this season that's provided so far. Well, to be honest, the first 10 episodes didn't set the bar that high, but as you said earlier in the live stream, if this episode is indeed an indication of what's to come, I don't think we're going to be disappointed over the next 3 months. It will give us stuff to talk about even during the break because, if it follows the same schedule, August, September, October, November, December, picks up in January, I feel like we're going to be talking about the show in a positive light rather than the negative light we've been talking about over the past month and a half.
I don't want to say negative. I want to say, mixed bag because we did have a couple of good episodes.
I'm referring to mainly a majority of the fan base as a whole because I was not seeing an end to the complaints over the mid-season finale. And me and you both done a lot of videos talking about how that really wasn't a mid-season finale. The cast members confirmed it, but I'll never forget after episode 10 aired, there was nothing positive about the episode that I saw. The only positive stuff was the trailer. That was the only thing about that night that people.
I hope there was nobody that said, "Well, I'm just going to quit watching the show," because if they did, they missed out on a heck of an episode.
Oh, I've had people that said that, and I remember doing a video about has the show played out or have you quit the show, and I said don't quit because if the cast members cared enough to get online to confirm that wasn't the mid-season finale, that should let you know right there, like whoa guys, that's not exactly what we filmed. So be sure to tune into the rest of the season because the fact that the cast members got online to confirm that let me know that, okay, I should have a little more faith if they would, pretty much step out of the, cast member chair to address the fans like that. Because if I'm not mistaken, I've never seen anything like this on this particular show. The only time I can remember is way back in season 1 when fans were like tweeting Tinka Sumter over and over again, blaming her for Amanda being raped by Professor Cannon. And I remember she tweeted that, hey, remember, it wasn't Candace that told her to have sex with Cannon. It was just to persuade him to get a retest. So, yeah.
I remember seeing those tweets. And today, I also remember seeing Tyler Perry. I saw on the multiple Facebook pages where one, we were going to get 3 months of episodes. So that's going to equal like 12 or 13 episodes. And I saw where Tyler Perry posted that this is going to be the best season yet, and these next 2 episodes are going to blow our minds. Well, he hasn't really posted anything like that either.
Yeah, but it really has me, I guess you could say, a bit confused because you know how it's been for us over the past month or so. We've been wanting to be excited but not wanting to hopes up. But now I'm not going to lie, after tonight's episode, I am becoming more optimistic and less skeptical. And
based on what we have seen today on the Facebook pages and the episode that we got tonight, I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. I think that this is going to be a good. I think this is going to be a good ride.
Yeah. Oh, I see a couple people said they missed it. Did you see the tweet that Oscar sent to us about how the haves and the have-nots is staying on OWN, and then even Catherine Cryer jumped in and said that actually, let me see if I can pull it up. Let me pull it up.
I do remember seeing that. Yeah, I did see that.
I was pleasantly surprised. I'm like, holy crap.
You know, Catherine never tweets, really.
Yeah, except like when the show's on and occasionally when it's off, but
yeah,
I was like, I couldn't believe it. I mean, Oscar, the haves will stay on OWN. And then Catherine, dang, I didn't even realize I had that many tweets during the show. Sheesh. Because, I mean, I wasn't tweeting like I usually do because I was getting the live stream set up and taking some notes. Oh, I just saw the thread. Have and have-nots is around for a while and staying on OWN TV.
On OWN TV.
I am not sure what to make of that. I know that sounds dumb. Considering,
yeah, I didn't. Because when I first read it, I'm like, okay, does that mean it'll be on
past 2020? Because because his contract ends. I mean, will the haves stay on OWN, but Tyler Perry won't own it anymore? I don't know what to think about that.
Well, the haves and the have, it's Tyler Perry's show, so I don't know what that would mean.
Yeah, and looking at the chats, you know, some people are talking about how cool kid Melissa does not need to go anywhere as long as she looks like that. All right, she's staying.
Yeah, she's staying.
Yeah, Maya, I don't think Melissa is pregnant. I mean, well, Antoinette confirmed, but
get a confirmation from Antoinette on the live stream. So
yeah, but then she commented on one of my. Well, actually, I read through the comments for like the first time in a while. I know she commented on the video talking about how she said it when she was smiling, so in a way that could mean she's not pregnant, but
maybe she's pulling another Angela Robertson on us.
Maybe. I didn't know how to take that because, well, the fact that her live stream was blowing up with that question and she addressed it, and then I read a comment about how I was like, look, you know, I'm done with the haves and have-not questions for right now. Because, you know, she keeps getting the same questions that a lot of people ask all the cast members about how long the show's going to go on, how many seasons are filmed, because two things on that. Number one, there are some things the cast members don't know. Number two, obviously, when you're on contract, you can't reveal too much or you're going to be in hot water. So then it moved on to, you know, hey, just be sure to watch Dear White People on May 4th. And that comes on this Friday. So fans, another thing to look forward to. Also, the fact that Amanda Cryer, or, you know, well, Theodora, she's going to be in the final episode of that season. So,
do you watch Dear White People?
Yeah, I've watched season 1 twice. I need to go back and rewatch it before this Friday. Because the episodes are what, like 10 to 12 minutes each. So, I mean, you can like binge that in less than 2 hours.
Can you believe that they're so short, though?
I'm not too mad against that, but in a way it makes me want more. I don't know how to put into words.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, because if you love the haves and the have-nots, I definitely suggest watching it because Coco is kind of like a mini Veronica, and I love that. It's kind of like I
call her Coco, Melissa, extra large, or mini Veronica.
Well, damn, I don't know how she put all that on her application. Shoot. Man, but dang, I get the fact. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and Hannah, I haven't seen Hannah this happy in a long time.
I know, right? I mean, what's funny is the fact that there was so much going on in the episode. I'm glad they kind of slowed things down when she came out after the makeover. It was a nice break, and it really made me smile. I'm like, I can't remember the last time she was that happy. I mean. Maybe after they found Quincy Jr. Well, actually, I feel like, you know, after she got custody, but then that was ripped away, not just by his death, but, you know, finding out he had a sickness and this and that. But yeah, the fact that she's legitimately happy, it makes me forget about the whole lion tattoo thing, you know?
She kept saying, bye, Benjamin, bye, Benjamin, bye, see you later, bye, Benjamin.
I know, right? Cool Kid, bro, you know I'm going to do videos this week about the upcoming episode trailers. I will be doing that. The live streams are pretty much like a reaction post episode. And wow. Oh yeah, I actually got
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually got a couple messages right now about me talking about David and Catherine ending up together. And I only did that video because people kept asking me about that. That's all. It's like I don't think they're getting together, but
no, I don't think that's gonna happen either. Because I watched the video and I'm like, yeah, you're right, Jeremy. There's no way that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I have to say that that ending with Wyatt, my gosh, I just don't know what to say. The fact that Catherine got hit.
That's an ending with a finale written all over it. I'm just saying.
I mean, all I'm saying is if this was the episode that aired back in March, we would have been, I feel like fans would have been way more pumped up than ever about this upcoming episode tonight. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that, to be honest, tonight, I forgot all about the lion tattoo.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it once.
Well, for one, I got tired of that. I know I did at least 10 videos on that. On the tattoo, on Derek, I was done with it. Until it actually shows up, I don't even want to talk about it anymore, for right now anyway.
Well, one more, I do hope that it's not Derek, because he still looks like, I think he's such a legitimately good person.
Well, I mean, I remember when they first introduced Tony, the minute we saw him, my mom and I were like, that's Benny's daddy. That looks too much like him to not be Benny's father. Seemed like a nice guy, but then we realized the truth about how he's a low-down, dirty dog. And then you see some redemption in his character as season 1 went on, trying to help Benny get out of jail. But then in season 2, we learned that it's only about him getting a kidney. So that's why I'm afraid that Derek might not be as good as he seems.
Well, and if he's not, I just hope he just doesn't disappear into thin air.
Yeah, there are so many characters that fall into that category, but at least it's not as bad as If Loving You Is Wrong in that particular regard.
God, don't even get me started on that.
Speaking of disappearing, we don't even know when that's coming on, but hey, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe since the haves and the have-nots is going on for the next 3 months, perhaps If Loving You Is Wrong will pick up when the haves and the have-nots goes off the air. I feel like that would be a good strategy.
That's how they used to do it.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good strategy to keep people intrigued with the OWN series. Just kind of switching on.
That's how they used to do it. They would show the haves and the have-nots on Tuesdays, and then it would go off for a hiatus, and then If Loving You Is Wrong would come on, and they would interchange like that.
And just a cool kid pointed this out, and I love how Jim was quick to jump to Catherine's defense like that when Wyatt attacked her. I mean, that was pretty good. Say what you want.
Did he knock Jim out, or is he just down there?
I think he knocked him down there because we see that in the trailer. I'm talking about the extended trailer. You know that Wyatt has like a brick or something in his hand. He's screaming, and then Catherine and Jim are both looking up. So, man.
With Catherine with blood running down her face.
Yeah, and I mean Veronica.
That breaks my heart. That broke my heart right there.
Yeah, and I mentioned this in another video earlier today. It looks like David is a bit more firm than Jim in terms of like body structure. I mean, at least in terms of abs, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I just love the fact that it's classic black people in an expensive neighborhood. There's always going to be that fight on the front stoop. I was just hoping people would poke their head out the window like, what the hell is going on here? This is supposed to be a quiet neighborhood.
I thought a Pearl came across my mind tonight. I wonder if we'll see her in this season.
I hope so, but shoot. I mean, like I said earlier, I want Veronica's mom to show up, but it seems like they're building up so much. It would be hard to fit her into the season. Not to say they couldn't, but, man, I don't know.
And Celine, we don't even know.
Oh, Melrose 1. I like the exchange between Justin and Veronica. This was the first time I liked seeing him on screen. He gave it right back to her. That's what I'm talking about. Like, don't force all this stuff don't force these characters on screen. The thing about this show, especially with the roster of characters, when you have them on screen, make it worthwhile. Like, don't just drag on for time and stuff. Make their interactions with characters meaningful. And they did that tonight, in my opinion.
Yes, they did. Because I was getting so tired of Jeffrey and Justin. Oh, I love you. I love you. Oh, no, don't do this to me. Please, you're harassing me. Get away. Oh, I was just so tired of that same. Because every time you got them on screen together, it was the same exact routine.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's kind of like Harrington. I'm not going anywhere with you. Harrington, don't make me get you out of there. Then they get him cuffed up, walk back to the interrogation room, take off the cuffs. Are you okay? Are they hurting you? Stop touching me. I'm going to knock you out. Same thing every time. Cool kid. Celine might be in the next episode. Really? I got to go back and watch that.
Why does he say that?
Yeah, cool kid. Can you elaborate? I wanted to punch Veronica in the face with that scene with Jeffrey. I mean, yeah, that was, man.
She made him say that he was at the hotel with her.
Yeah, Dominique, I agree. This episode was better than the air quotations finale, without a doubt. I do not doubt that at all. Like, I'm definitely going to rewatch this up. See, after this live stream, I'm going to watch tonight's episode of The Flash. Then I'm probably going to rewatch the Haves and the Have-Nots. Then, of course, record my episode review. And then in the morning or afternoon, I'll do the prediction breakdown. Like, I might, if they actually have the trailer for next week's episode on the OWN YouTube channel, I'll do what I did with the trailer we got last in March, where I'll put the trailer in the video, of course, giving credit to OWN and Tyler Perry Studios, then break it down scene by scene, because I was so pleasantly surprised that the video I did got over 100,000 views. So I definitely want to put that same effort.
I didn't get flagged for copyright or whatever. I was really kind of worried that it would, but I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah.
I loved that video. I watched that video. Actually, I watched it today, even before the episode. I've watched it about 5 or 6 times, but I'm just glad it didn't get flagged for copyright.
Yeah, me too. I was worried about that, but at the point, I'm just like, you know what? Let me just give it a shot, because at the end of the day, it just shows that I put my heart and soul in these videos, as opposed to people who literally just strip these episodes offline, then post them on YouTube, and then they're the ones who are getting like hundreds of thousands of views per click. But, whatever.
Every time I see something on YouTube, I flag it.
It's just...
Because I know it's illegal. Oh, but I meant to ask you, do you have the Watch OWN app?
Not yet. I gotta get that.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, you can go back and stream, I think, the entire series, or at least the last couple of seasons.
Yes, you can. That much I do know. Let's see. Oh yeah. So how about Candace pulling a Bill Cosby on Oscar?
That was my thoughts exactly. And it was funny because Oscar was like, Candace, what the hell did you do? What did you do, Candace? What did you do?
I mean, I couldn't stop laughing at that scene, so I'm definitely...
I was laughing too. It was like...
my thing is, why the hell he fell for it? That's my thing. I just hate it when they dumb these characters down when they're not like that at all. When you spend seasons establishing how crafty and intelligent, and then they let their guard down. Like, don't get me wrong, she is an attractive woman, but you know what she's capable of.
Maybe he was just, I don't know, maybe he was just desperate.
Yeah, he really is on a timetable with getting rid of Charles, but...
tribute to Warlock here. People are stupid when they're desperate.
There you go. That's
my answer for that.
I agree. And let's see here. At the moment, this is really all I have to say, but I'm definitely down for like maybe a follow-up video together, because I really want to rewatch the episode, and because like I said before, I did miss a couple of scenes, But overall, I was pleased with what I saw. Daquan says you see Celine in the next episode. I'm definitely going to find that trailer first. But
I missed that somewhere.
I mean, if she's in it, by all means, oh God, that is going to be something else. And
but how in the world would that write? I mean, where would they write her in?
I got to see the trailer. I got to see the trailer again. If I see it, maybe I could piece it together. We'll just have to wait and see. But any closing thoughts? Because overall, to people in the chat, I am going to read back through these later tonight, and I'm taking notes. I mean, like, literally, you know the drill. Like, hit that subscribe button and definitely click that bell notification, because this isn't something just with me. I notice a lot of YouTubers are going through the same thing where they post videos, but a lot of their followers don't even see it. So I definitely suggest not missing out, because we are definitely back in business. This channel is going to be booming. Hopefully within the next 24 hours, we'll finally hit 25,000 subscribers. And I know that we'll have a lot to talk about even before next Tuesday. And I'm more excited about next Tuesday because Tyler Perry said this episode and next week's episode are going to blow your mind.
Exactly. Now, when would you be down for doing another follow-up video after the episode airs again?
I'm thinking probably Thursday, because I really want to watch it again first, then knock out like an episode review, then preview for next week, and then just a follow-up. I kind of like to let it settle for a little bit, because there's the watching the episode when it first comes on because you're excited the show is back, and then there's watching the episode just to make sure you didn't miss up on anything.
Well, I'm really happy. I mean, this is the first time I can say in a long time I'm really happy and excited for next week's episode to come on.
Oh, you got that right. You got that right. We haven't had a good cliffhanger.
Can't get here quick enough.
I agree with that. I mean, the fact that we had a legitimate cliffhanger, we had good pacing. So, you know, I hope that after rewatching the video, heck, I might even do a video talking about the good points of this episode. And the fact that we had Catherine and Oscar online talking about the show staying on. I'm going to try to do a little more digging in the coming days to see, you know, if they could possibly elaborate on that. And, yeah, we'll just follow up. But any closing thoughts here?
Yes, I'm very, this is, all I have to say is may wonders never cease. Because this was great. And I hope, and if you can, this was just great.
Yeah. All right. Well, heck, I couldn't agree more for what I saw, but I feel like I'm going to get that same vibe the next time I watch it. And
if you see Celine, and I'm going to go back and rewatch it too, if you see Celine, maybe we can elaborate or piece together what she could be doing in there.
Oh, without a doubt. Like, I'm down for that. I mean, he did say mind-blowing, so for him to bring back characters we haven't seen in a while, I'm all for that. As long as their reintroduction makes sense, then I'm for it, rather than boggling down the cast with unnecessary storylines.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. Well, hey, thanks for chiming in. I'll definitely be chatting with you tomorrow after I rewatch the episode again, because it's 10:30 now. I'm pretty sure it's going to be tomorrow, you know, when I finish up round 2 of the episode.
You gonna watch it? Are you gonna watch it at 12?
Well, I mean, I'm about to start The Flash, so I'll probably finish that around 11:20. Then I'll start watching The Haves and the Have-Nots again, and then I'll probably be finished with that episode a little after midnight. So technically speaking, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna watch it again too, because I don't think I missed anything, but I want to be sure. And hey, this is an episode I wouldn't mind watching 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, like it's in its entirety rather than like bits and pieces like the previous episodes.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks as always for coming on to the channel, and I'll talk to you soon.
You too.
All right, guys. So those are our initial thoughts on the episode itself. Like I said, I definitely need to go back and rewatch the episode again and be on the lookout for a preview. And yeah, that was a lot of stuff she put in the drink. And Yeah, guys, thanks so much for tuning into the live stream. Share this channel around. Please go on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just copy a link to my channel and tweet it out there with the hashtag HAHN. I really want to get as many fans on this channel as possible, and I'll talk to you all later.